Welcome to the Heavy Leather Backyard Trailer Trash Spook Show. I'm Rui the Teenage Werewolf, and here's your hosts, Sleazegrinder and Kelly Kapow.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Spook Show.
I thought you were going to say Backyard Spook Show, but then I realized we're not in a backyard now.
We're gonna have to change the name of the goddamn show now.
It's the same show. It's me and Ken. Here we are, back in the studio.
We're back in our lovely studio, and I am not changing the name of the goddamn show, so it's still the Backyard Show. But we're back in the studio, and we're very excited to be here. And let me explain to you all what we're doing here.
What are we doing here?
Every week, Kelly and I get together and we show you the latest trailers and previews of new horror movies so you can find some cool new stuff to watch. Now, we don't show you the whole thing, just show a little bit.
Just a taste.
Just give you a little taster.
The tip.
And then you decide if you want to continue that journey yourself. And that's how we do it. And we're very excited because we got a great lineup, so let's get right to it. I'm going to open up with a movie called Werewolf. Now, it's a little brazen to just name your movie Werewolf.
Especially when there's no werewolf in it.
No, you're not like, American Werewolf or Werewolf Justice or, Night of the Werewolf. Just Werewolf.
I like it.
In Werewolf, children liberated from a Nazi concentration camp have to overcome hunger, thirst, and vicious attack dogs in an abandoned mansion surrounded by the forest. This is a Polish film directed by Adrian Panik. It's available to stream now. You like streaming?
Yeah, I love streaming.
Everybody loves streaming. It's the new thing.
What the fuck else do you do? So, what do you think about this movie?
Now, in the trailer, movie's called Werewolf. In the trailer, it's German Shepherds.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I can see how a German Shepherd might seem like a werewolf. It's basically the same thing if you're in a concentration camp. What's the fuck difference if it's a fucking wolf or it's a dog? But I wonder if actual werewolves do show up.
That's what I was thinking. I wonder if they're going to actually bring a supernatural element to it, or if it's just going to be like this fucking depressing period piece.
Yeah.
Because that's like real fucking horror right there.
It's one of those movies, and we've gone through a few of these in horror these days, where The Witch, His House, which we just watched on the horror podcast, where the situation is miserable enough.
Right.
You don't have to throw a werewolf in there.
No.
But then maybe they'll throw some werewolves in there too.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's like, it's stylish and moody, and
Looks great.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a great movie. But it's not gonna be, it's not gonna be a fun time.
It's going to be like The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, but like maybe with werewolves.
Did you see that?
Yeah, it's fucking terribly depressing.
I bet it is. But good for you for seeing some highbrow cinema.
Yeah.
It's very cultural.
I like everything.
Next.
All right. Return to Splatter Farm.
Right back in the gutter.
Right back in it.
We were out for a minute, and now we're right back in.
30 years after the infamous Death Farm murders in rural Pennsylvania, serial killing is in season once again. A young woman and her friends descend upon a farm to a party after discovering that she's inherited the land, but soon after, strange occurrences and brutal murders begin again. It's a shocking sequel to the 1987 cult classic Splatter Farm, and it's out now on DVD.
Return to Splatter Farm. Return to Splatter Farm. Return to Splatter Farm. Return to Splatter Farm. Splatter Farm. Return to Splatter Farm.
Now, first of all, it is quite a stretch to call Splatter Farm a cult classic.
Yeah.
So it is definitely, Splatter Farm may be many things. It is not a cult classic.
I've never seen Splatter Farm, so I watched that trailer as well because I was thinking this trailer for Return to Splatter Farm looks so bad that I wonder if they just really did the franchise dirty.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's on par.
It's a piece of shit, both of them.
The trailer has a lot of bad acting, has a lot of cheeseball effects, and it will for sure be a bad movie, but it might be a good bad movie.
Or better than the original.
I do like, there is a shot where the girl's mouth is on fire. And I thought that was pretty cool. You don't see that every day.
No.
So, you know, who knows? Return to Splatter Farm.
If you like a little mouth fire.
And if you like the first one.
Why would you like the first one?
Well, enough people did that they were like, all right, let's do it again. Let's return to the well. Let's see what else is happening on Splatter Farm.
All right.
It's available to stream now as well. Everything's available now.
I'm not available.
We live in a world of instant gratification, and it's fantastic. Hey, guess what time it is now?
DoomTube?
It's time for DoomTube.
DoomTube!
Welcome everybody
To DoomTube.
DoomTube, where Rui drags us into the mire, the muck and the mire of the deepest, darkest, pustule-ridden recesses of YouTube and shows us something weird, strange, and disturbing. What is it that you have for us this week, buddy?
Nothing but the worst. So I think we're all very familiar with the classic character and somewhat of a cultural icon, Donkey Kong, right?
I am very familiar. I was there in, I don't know what, 1983, putting quarters in the machine, playing Donkey Kong. Great times with me and Donkey Kong. You, I think, told me backstage that you've never played fucking Donkey Kong, which is incredibly surprising to me.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I mean,
Kelly, you played Donkey Kong?
I fucking love Donkey Kong.
She loves Donkey Kong.
Hey, different
Get
times.
with it, man.
Yeah, man.
What are you playing?
Mostly City Skylines.
Anyway.
Well, this video depicts Donkey Kong in a without a home, a jungleless monkey, if you will.
And that is what this week's video is called. Let's take a peek at it. It's Jungleless Monkey.
And as he dissing one of her ways squish your D, and now I need to hold the world free. A purple sun in this white purple bee.
First of all, don't we all feel that way sometimes? Like we're jungleless monkeys?
Certainly.
So you've got Donkey Kong orbiting around a planet of Donkey Kongs. A planet of the apes, if you will.
Of course, yeah.
But he can't join them for some reason.
I'm
starting to understand Gen Z a little bit. You like to address existential dread with like nihilistic, absurd humor. that's your thing.
Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it.
Millennials joke about killing themselves. That's their valve for dealing with their existential dread. You guys joke about nothing even existing, basically.
Yeah.
That's what's funny to you guys.
Yeah, honestly. Like the one phrase that will crack up any Zoomer.
Yeah.
Beans.
Right. See what I'm saying? What does that even mean? Nothing.
It just means beans.
Right. Anyway, there's a little existential dread for you. Jungleless monkey. Do you know who made this or why?
I have no idea why the hell this thing was made. I think it's a strange art project or just a really dumb meme. One of the two.
There you go, everybody. This week's DoomTube, jungleless monkey. Try not to be a jungleless monkey. Try to find your jungle.
But you know, we've all been there. We've all been Donkey Kong, orbiting around a planet of Donkey Kongs.
We've all been Donkey Kong Terra there for sure.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on DoomTube. Until then, stay out of the darkest corners of YouTube if you can.
Let me do that for you.
Right. All right, we're back. Thank you, Rui, for your DoomTube. We're getting back into it. This movie is called Thirst. Again, there have been many movies called Thirst.
There was one with
Right. What are you going to say?
Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu was in a movie called Thirst. Was she a vampire in it?
Yes.
That's not. I don't even think that's her only vampire movie.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't she in?
I like that movie.
Isn't she in Rise: Blood Hunter? Isn't that also?
Oh shit! No, I was thinking of Rise. Forget it. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
So maybe Lucy Liu wasn't in a movie called
No,
Thirst?
probably not.
An addict named Hulda is arrested and accused of murdering her brother. After she's let go because of insufficient evidence, she meets Shorta, a 1,000-year-old gay vampire. Together, they fight a cult while being investigated by a rogue detective.
Það sem gerir þetta svo erfitt að ég alltaf búinn að drepa fólk áður en að ég kynnast því.
This is an Icelandic horror comedy, and it is streaming now. This was a fun trailer.
It looks awesome. Someone's head got ripped in half. They ripped his head in half, and blood is everywhere. There are severed penises.
I like the gay vampire angle. It's not enough of that. Because growing up, it seemed to me, most vampires seemed pretty gay. But now we got actual gay vampires, which I like.
Me too.
I like the blood shower.
Oh,
was
yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
And it looks like it's full of weirdos having a good time.
Yeah, there are a lot of severed penises in this, which I feel like you don't get too often. And when you do, it's like a pleasant surprise.
I feel like
you
we're
know?
getting so many severed penises
Really?
these days. I think we have a glut of severed penises.
More severed penises. If you
People
ask
like
me.
them. People like them because they keep doing them. But I just feel like, you know, we may have reached peak severed penis at this point. Every other day.
The end of this trailer, he's going down, the vampire is going down on a leather daddy.
Yeah.
And he bites him in the penis, and then blood goes everywhere. And I thought that was pretty fucking wild.
So it's going to be a fun movie for sure. It's called Thirst, and Lucy Liu is not in it.
No. Or,
As far as I know.
Any thirst.
She might pop in for a cameo. I don't know. Okay, what do we got next?
All right, this one is called Girl.
Okay, here we go.
I feel like there are a lot of movies called Girl, too.
Every movie we've previewed this week has had a generic title. Girl. How can you, what kind of brazen filmmaker goes, I'm just going to name a girl?
An asshole.
And a fucking asshole.
All right, in Girl, a young woman, speaking of assholes, Bella Thorne stars in this.
Everybody has a problem with Bella Thorne these days.
She returns to her small hometown to exact revenge on her abusive father, only to discover someone murdered him.
Wait, she wants to get
the job done.
She wants to get revenge on her dad. Somebody's already killed him.
I would just pack it up and go home at that point.
Job finished.
Yeah.
He's dead. Someone tortured him.
You get out of there right now. You don't know that town.
There's something broken there. I'm not coming home, Mama, until I find out who did this.
Well, I sure as hell hate to be the one you're going to go see.
Stay away from the brothers.
What brothers?
Your daddy cared for you so much. They killed him.
What's with this hatchet?
It was my daddy's.
Drop it. You are one crazy ass girl. You know that?
I want to make things right.
Here for the road?
I'll take Dave.
I can't take money from a dead girl. It ain't good. Waving a hatchet around, wanting to kill people.
If someone bad dies, it's good, right?
I can hear your heart beating.
Please! I need to know the truth! What'd you do, baby?
It's streaming now.
Okay, so number one.
Mickey Rourke's face is the scariest thing about this movie.
Okay, we have to address that now. Mickey Rourke. By the way, yeah, we all know the story. Mickey Rourke was one of the most handsome actors in Hollywood. He started boxing in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Got his face all mangled. Started doing plastic surgery. Went way too far. And now he's got a crazy melted Play-Doh face.
Do you think
right?
he's just addicted to it now at this point?
Of course, because you keep trying to fix it.
He looks like someone took him out on like a tanning rack.
Well, I just hope that, what I hope is that they address the fact that he's got this fucked up face when he's a backwoods sheriff. Why would a backwoods sheriff have a crazy plastic surgery face? It doesn't make sense.
I think they definitely...
Only crazy Hollywood actors have crazy plastic surgery face. So if he's playing anything other than that, you have to address it. There's got to be a scene where somebody walks up to him and goes,
Yeah.
"What's up with your face?"
We want to speak to the casting department of this movie.
I do think it looks like a great revenge thriller, which
Yeah.
is one of my all-time favorite genres.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Now it's time for...
Pick of the week.
No!
Shit.
Massacre of the Week. Hey everybody, welcome to the Massacre of the Week. My name's Ken, stand the excuse right there.
Hi folks.
Every week we watch a massacre movie.
We do.
We're horror enthusiasts, and you know, it turns out in the horror genre, there's just a lot of movies that with massacre in the title.
Great pools of them. Gouts spraying from severed massacre arteries.
Yep. This week's massacre is 2014's Jersey Shore Massacre.
And it's produced by one of the insufferable cast members of the television show Jersey Shore.
My wife watches Jersey Shore all the time. She loves it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ironically or sincerely?
Sincerely.
Wow.
Tagline: "You're not the only one who wants them dead." It's pretty good.
It's not bad.
I like it. Strong opening with the gangsters in the woods getting chopped up to pieces and the naked girl tied to a tree.
Snippet of a Louis Prima number.
Who's over there? Daddy, look out! Daddy,
Also, everybody's Italian in the credits, right?
Yeah, Italian-American.
I don't watch Jersey Shore, but I'm guessing some of the Jersey Shore people are in it. There's definitely Howard Stern people in it.
Yeah.
And Ron Jeremy is in it.
Oh, God.
So it's a real Garbage People production.
Yeah.
Like if you think like, do you know any Garbage People? I know plenty. All right, like get them over here. We're making a movie. So a bunch of Jersey girls rent a house on the shore, but Ron Jeremy fucks it up and rents it to some other girls.
Who could have imagined?
Here it is. You're Romano, they're Romero. Romano, Romero, Romano. You're two different parties. That explains everything.
Fine. So can you get those chunkos out of our house so we can finally shower and unpack?
I'm afraid I can't do that, and here's why. You see, I already gave them the keys, and then now they take over the house. That's the law. See, the house is not mine, it's theirs. I know it's a little peculiar, but it's how they do it in Jersey.
Now that every house and hotel are booked, where are we supposed to go? Nice going, Ronnie. You managed to fuck us all.
Hold on. Why don't you guys just stay here with me?
Excuse me?
Look, I can find ways of keeping you girls reasonably entertained.
Luckily, one of them has an uncle with a house just 15 miles down the road, right outside of the Pine Barrens.
Barrens.
Pine Barrens. It takes a while. That's where the Jersey Devil is, the Pine Barrens. Takes a while for the murders to start. I think they assumed that we would just enjoy the Jersey Shore antics for an hour before we got to the killing.
There is some time filling with Jersey Shore antics.
But there's, I will say this, as far as horror movies go, there is some pretty intense boob slashing in the shower.
You know, that was a very well done practical effect.
That
we,
was
watched a big pile of these films, and that was one of the better ones we saw.
Yeah, that was worthy, I would say, of a Fulci film. That boob slashing.
Definitely. Yeah, well spotted, because I say every bit. Yeah, that could have been in Beyond the Door, for instance.
And they were good boobs. I was sad to see him slashed.
Hey, you know, you're gonna have a few boobs slashed if you're gonna watch Massacre movies.
So, Jersey Shore Massacre. I am really interested in hearing what you thought about this movie.
I have to say it was a breath of fresh air. I don't listen to Howard Stern. I don't watch Jersey Shore. Ron Jeremy is a horrible, rancid rapist scumbag who will be rotting in prison the rest of his life, and deservedly so. But this movie...
All that being said...
There was fun in it. The fun was done well enough that I was actually, getting a few chuckles here and there.
Yep.
The practical effects, as we've already mentioned, were a cut above. Too much. Anyhow, as far as the technical aspects of the film, if you're gonna shoot in the New York, New Jersey area, you're gonna have to use union guys, and they're gonna have to do good work.
Yeah.
So it looks better, it sounds better. It's not an ear or eyesore like many other Massacre films.
So, we have strict criteria here. It's 1 to 4 chainsaws. I had a pretty good time with it, honestly.
Yeah, plenty of laughs, plenty of massacring.
I'm going to give it 2.5 chainsaws.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean...
Do you agree?
If we're grading on a curve, I grade it higher, but strictly, as a film, 2.5 is just an indication that, you can watch this piece of shit and have fun.
2.5 out of 4. That's not bad.
That's really not bad. It's above average.
It's above average.
What the fuck do you want?
Exactly. Jersey Shore Massacre. 2.5 chainsaws from Ken and Andy, which means, better than usual. Hey, all right, that's it for us this week. We'll bring you another massacre next week. Until then, make sure your chainsaw chain is well oiled. Make sure your chainsaw is well lubricated. I think we're getting somewhere. Make sure.
We're right there. We're right there.
Do you lubricate a chainsaw?
You better.
Make sure that chainsaw is lubricated, and we'll see you next week on Massacre of the Week. All right, but now, Kelly, guess what time it is now?
Massacre of the Week.
No! Now it's time for the pick of the week!
Woo!
This is the one that we're most excited for. By the way, anybody notice I'm wearing my Giallo glove?
It looks fucking cool. You look cool.
You ever watch any Giallo movies? Hey, you ever seen a Giallo movie? It's got a black glove killer, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm rocking.
Suspenseful and sexy.
Yep. This one is called Breaking the Surface.
Where the fuck is my black glove?
Another generic title. But
Yep.
I think it's going to be a good movie.
Not a generic movie, though.
A few days before Christmas, half-sisters Ida and Tuva
Tuva.
set out on a winter dive in a remote part of the Norwegian coastline.
Why does it have to be during the winter?
Towards the end of the dive, a rock slide traps Tuva under the water. So you understand, she's stuck under there.
I get it.
She's running out of air.
Yep.
As Ida surfaces to call for help, she discovers that the rock slide has struck above the water as well, burying their equipment, phone, and car keys.
Double fucked.
Completely cut off from any chance of outside rescue. As the frantic race for survival unfolds, Ida is put to the ultimate test of character and forcefulness. During Ida's fight to save Tuva, a fractured sisterhood is exposed, and when all seems lost, the stakes rise beyond simple survival. From Swedish filmmaker Joachim Hedin, Breaking Surface is streaming now.
Kolla batteri och mottagning. Shit, vi får nog ta in grejerna till överhänget. Om något går åt helvete. Hur mycket luft har du kvar? 55. Titta! De är inte farliga, de är bara nyfikna. Vad hände? Varför stack de? Jag sitter fast! Visa upp med din ficklampa, jag måste se var det är någonstans! Går inte att rubba stenen! Stenröset har varit här uppe också, telefonerna och luften och allting är förstört. Vad håller du på med när luften inte har slut? Det kommer ett flygplan! Min luft är slut, vilken sekund som helst! Tuva, jag kommer! Fan! Yeah!
Now, Kelly, as you know, I love films where people are in impossible situations.
Survival films, he loves them.
I can't get enough of them, so it's right up my alley. You have to worry about freezing and drowning at the same time.
It looks so stressful.
And maybe getting eaten by a dog, too.
Really?
It was in the trailer.
Fuck, I missed that.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal!
If you want to raise your blood pressure, you will love this movie.
The bride doesn't like really stressful movies, but I can't get enough of them. Yeah, you into them? You into a good stressful watch?
I have to be in the right mood for them. It's not something that I like seek out.
Okay, you gonna be into this one? Think?
I'll watch it because I know you're excited about it.
Okay, maybe we'll watch it together.
Yeah.
There you go, everybody. That's this week's Pick of the Week, and that's this week's show. I want to thank you for watching. Before we go, let's do the plugs. And let's bring in, here he comes, everybody. It's Rui, the teenage werewolf intern. There he is. Hi, buddy, talking to my mic. Tell everybody what to look for.
Well, you just watched the Heavy Loader Backyard Trash Trash Spookshow, except we're no longer backyard. And you can check out our podcast, the Heavy Loader Horror Show podcast, at Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and on the Campaneros Radio Network, Go Campaneros. And you can check out our old show, the Heavy Loader Topless Dance Party, on HeavyLoaderForever.com.
Thank you, Rui. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Tony Baloney. Thank you, Tony Coca-Cola. We'll see you next time on the Heavy Leather Backyard in the Studio Trash Spook Show Extravaganza.